Leo. Hey, a warm welcome and thanks for stopping by and joining me for your July 2021 reading. So welcome to this reading. It'll be interesting to see what pops up. Today is the day after the annular solar eclipse that took place on the 10th of June. So it was the companion to the previous eclipse on the 26th of May. Now, a lot is happening through these two eclipses, and there's still a lot of background intensity in planetary alignments that is also occurring. So I think for most people on the planet, we are experiencing incredible change, and change at many different layers and levels, interpersonally, within ourselves, at the spiritual, at the soul, especially at the soul, and also at the planetary level and the cosmic level. So with so much change, you can be guaranteed that one thing is paramount: nothing remains the same, and we are constantly on the move of evolution and going forwards. So there's a couple of classic sayings, and one of them is, there is no future in the past, so it's important not to look back at these times. Yes, we learn from the past, but it's no good staying in the past. We must be ready to jump into the future with all the changes that it's bringing. We also know we're on the cusp of moving into the age of Aquarius, and there's great debate about this. Some people say it's still many years off, if not hundreds of years, and other people say that we're moving into it already. I personally feel the age of Aquarius is being activated now, and that is all about expansive learning and ideas going from the limited perspective that we've understood the world around us, growing out in expansion and awareness and moving into the outer reaches, beyond this planet that we currently reside on. So as a species, as a humanity, we are going through the cusp of so many changes that we can expect to feel them very intensely at the personal level. Now, another thing is, of course, this year and even last year and the year before, Saturn has been playing a major role in the influences of action that's been occurring around us. And he is the Lord of Karma. So there is a lot of karmic debris that is coming to the surface for us to work through. And for some of us, this gives a great healing or lifting of darkness that may have been around us. And for individuals, this can be at many different levels. It could be a familial karmic issue through family bloodlines, and that can show through ways of mental health illnesses. It can show through ways of financial issues or physical health issues. It can also show for us in terms of relationships with people that we've been dealing with, and with our own personal demons, if you like, or things that we have been struggling with over maybe this lifetime, but also previous lifetimes. So you can understand when you start to take the bigger viewpoint just how much is actually going on around you, and why for so many of us change is almost occurring, in the blink of an eye. If it's not in this area, it's in that, and if it wasn't this today, it's something new tomorrow. So it is really hard to feel grounded and sometimes non-phased by these big portals of time when change is so prevalent. But there are some grounding techniques that we can all do for those changes, and some of them are meditation, things like yoga, alternative health practices, keeping up a good regime of vitamins and minerals, a good diet, rest and relaxation. I have got some messages for you that I did before the reading. I did them yesterday. I will read them in a minute for you. We will be working with these 3 different decks of cards. The first deck on the left is the full tarot deck, and it's the Chakra Star Tarot. This one here is the Energy Oracle deck, and this one is the Chakra Insight deck. So we'll see what comes up with those cards, but first of all, I'll read you your messages. So the first one I got was that you could have a lot of mixed emotions this month coming in July, and with those mixed emotions may come mixed experiences. But there is the potential for manifestation and blossoming of the mind and the soul as well. Some of you need rest and time out, and holistic therapies could be beneficial. Take care of your liver and lungs. And then I got these letters, LLL. So what relevance those 3 L's have? Is it the repetition of the 3? Is it the letter L? Does it stand for something? Is it an energetic vibration of some sort? Then I got let go of fear and anything unbeneficial you are holding on to. Meditate in quiet, peaceful surroundings if you can, and it said you need some quiet time. I'll put those notes aside and we will start dealing the cards. First of all, I have a feeling, guys, that we have just missed a whole lot of the shuffling and everything that I was doing then, because I think a phone call came in on my phone and my phone stopped and I wasn't aware of it. So I'm not sure how far back the video goes at this stage, but what I will say is the crystals, if we hadn't seen that bit already, this blue crystal was sitting above this Knight of Swords, so I moved it onto here to energize it. And then the Wheel of Fortune, which is one of your major arcana cards, all of these beautiful greeny toned crystals were more or less above that card, so I have also moved them onto the card to create an energy field. I then continued dealing. We had the Princess of Cups next, then the Hermit, which came out reversed, then the 3 of Cups down here, then the Princess of Wands under the Knight of Swords, and then the Star. So you have 3 major arcanas, the Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit, and the Star. You have 3 court cards here, the Princess of Wands, the Princess of Cups, and the Knight of Swords, all sort of connected together somehow. And then we have we have a 3 over here. So I'm just moving into the rest of the reading now, trying to connect the storyboard for you and see what we're actually being talked about here. These 3 that are the Knight of Swords, the Princess of Wands, and Princess of Cups often refer to young people. So this could be something to do with siblings, it could be something to do with children or younger people in your life that are on your mind in July. They may need extra care or attention, or you may be seeing some of these people. They could be visiting you or vice versa. Now, if they're not people per se, then they are the energy of what the cards are representing. So with the Knight of Swords, the blue one, this is about communication, and it's about things happening quite quickly and in a bit of a tempestuous manner. These could be things like contracts coming to sign or some form of communication, whether it's written or verbal, and you might be the one that kick-starts it off. Or it could literally be an air sign energy person around you that is doing some of this movement in terms of communication. It could be ideas coming in and wanting to take shape. Now, all of these 3 court cards could resemble a certain event that you are working on, or a project, or a specific area of your life. So for instance, it may be career, or it might be a personal health goal. Now, just while it's on my mind, I did say initially you had 4 cards that came out with the green perspective, which is the heart chakra area. So there's a lot of heart energy going on in here for you guys. Now, for some of you, this may be physical heart energy, and it might be a really good time, since it's coming up to your birthday, to actually go ahead and do some work or get a heart health checkup, see if your cholesterol's fine, your blood pressure, things along those lines. You know, you can go to your doctor and get these things done. Some of you might want to take some time out, as I mentioned earlier, and reinvigorate that area of your body, either physically through exercise or through enjoyment and the encouragement of the energy of love, which is what we feel from our heart. So there might be some balancing of the heart required in the month of July to either heal trauma or karma that may have been associated with heart injury or pain in the past. If we're coming back to these 3 cards here, the Princess of Wands is very much about the potentiality of new ideas and creative resources, and they can be associated with our careers, because the Wands card is very much about creativity and often our working life. It also represents a fire sign, which of course is what you are yourself. So this could be representative of you wanting to fire something up, start something new. These 3 youthful cards are definitely about new projects, new ideas, new combustion, new energy, new design, everything. I have to apologise again, guys. I've had another interruption on my phone. It's just been ringing off the hook, literally, which is very unusual to get so many interruptions, especially when I'm doing readings. So there's something in here to me too that's pertaining to things that you might be doing in the month of July that could be experiencing interruptions one way or another, and it may be either thoughts or directions that you had been planning, and these interruptions could be the early stages of a change in direction, and that's what these youthful cards could be portraying if they're not portraying specific friends or family members or community. The Princess of Cups is the Page of Cups in the normal tarot decks, and it's very much about the feeling of love and connection and, you know, a deep commitment to something, or this passion that reignites itself or ignites itself. And again, is it a passion about something you want to do, something you want to follow, something you want to start? So there's that possibility. This card though does often represent the potentiality of new love coming in as well, and sometimes romantic love. I'm not sure if that's what it's pointing to within this reading, but just giving the background feel that I'm getting from the cards. But if we come to some of the other cards, and I think the easiest one is this 3 of Cups down here on the left. This is about community and often working with people in a group, and a group of 3. It's also called the sisterhood of the deck, and it can often be about people having your back, and it could be about 3 people catching up with you, going to a school reunion, or catching up with these people you haven't seen for a long time again. And again, that comes back to, is it these 3 people here? One of which could be a fire sign, one an air sign, and one a water sign. So they could be conglomeratively talking about a story. Now for some of you, it may be a catch up for a happy event like a celebration or a reunion. For others of you, it might be a family gathering for other types of events. For you know, you might be pulled together or called together for a different reason. It might be over the health of another family member or something along those lines. But I feel almost as if they could be separate issues, although they could be representative of these 3 could be here, saying we have your back, we're your friends, we support you, we're there for you if you need any support. And I do feel there is something new coming that you're also making a merging start on, if you like. We come to the Wheel of Fortune, the Star, and this reversed Hermit. So the Wheel of Fortune doesn't come out that often. It's a very big card, and it almost reiterates what I was saying at the beginning, that these current times we're in are so full of change, and so much is going on, right from the galactic down to the microscopic organisms, if you like, and even the microscopic portions of our own life and our inner workings. With this one here, she's holding up all of the different aspects like pentacles, wands, cups and swords, and it's whirling through like a galactic energy field, as if we are talking about time and timelines. And there is no doubt that timelines are definitely changing as well, and there are more timelines opening to us as we understand the dynamic of the portal of time and how many dimensions there are, and how much we can jump, if you like, from one aspect to another and create a new perspective for ourselves. So when the Wheel of Fortune comes, it's a wonderful card in my mind to receive, and I always view it in a positive perspective, but it does bring about the potentiality of big change. And sometimes big change can bring about a little bit of, not necessarily fear or trepidation, but sometimes a bit of a desire not to jump into it, for saying to yourself, you know, can I cope, or do I know where this is going, or is this what I really want? But when this card comes out, there is no denying that the move is already happening, and the wheel is slowly turning, taking you into the new direction of this new future, which is all about you primarily. For some of you having a decade birthday, this card really suits the decade energies, because as we move into the decades, we definitely begin that journey of a 10-year cycle of change. And of course, this card is the number 10. So it's a card that I do like. It is talking about the heart, with the green energy field that it has. So I do think it will grab you at the heart level, some of this change that you're experiencing. So it could be quite emotional change for you. Is it the change of relationships, or the change of something you've loved or spent time invested in, and suddenly, well, not suddenly, but slowly you have realized it's not you anymore, or it's not going to work for you, or you're looking in this new direction. If we come down to the star down here, one of the other green ones, the star is a beautiful card. It offers protection at all levels throughout a reading, and it gives off a harmony increase to the cards around it, which happen to be your Princess of Cups, I guess, these other two, and also this reversed Hermit. So it gives a buoyancy and it gives a protection energy field. The star is about bringing balance into life, and it's balance of everything that you're doing. Are you resting enough? Are you enjoying life enough? Are you giving a work-life balance? Is your relationship field balanced? And so on and so on. But at a deeper, more cosmic level, the star card talks about protection from galactic helpers around you. These little stars up here, which happen to be in the form of a heart in this particular deck, I often refer to as angelic helpers, or your guardian angels, or your spirit guides, and they can be felt around you at this time because they're here supporting you in one way or another. And often this is so that you can see a certain direction, or that you can feel that you're not alone, or that you have extra support, or that you feel nourished, or that it helps to bring balance into situations. You may feel them in dreams. You may get messages from passed over loved ones in dream time. You may feel them around you, the presence of them in your home. You might see flickers of white lights, little angelic lights, or receive synchronistic events or messages, things like feathers and coins that could turn up as well. So if we come to the last card that you received, which is another major arcana, and I'll move it down here, the Hermit card is often about feeling as though you are wanting to go within to really look at life and what it is offering you, and what you're doing and where you're going. So when the Hermit is upright, it's about your own personal journey of introspection and learning how to open up to what it is that you want to address. Now, it doesn't surprise me that it's come out at this particular point in time, because of what we've just gone through, these two powerful eclipses. And eclipses work on the synopsis that we are addressing things that have been in the dark, or that we haven't been aware of, and we are wanting to delve into them a little bit further to see how we can further our own growth and energy. So I think a lot of us are going through the process of the Hermit, and the Hermit can take you into quiet, introspective places of the mind, but also it can take you into physical quietness where you desire a little bit of time out, or you are seeking some solace from something that might have been troubling you, and you're seeking to find an answer to it. You know, it's like a conundrum that you've been going, but how do I solve this or resolve it, or what has been going on, and what could I learn from it, or how do I gain from it, or such and such. Now, when it's reversed, which it was, it can often have to do with things like big institutions, still often to do with religious institutions. So some of you may even be truth-seeking at this point in time, or questioning values, or questioning something that other people have tried to put on you, or have told you that you should behave in a certain way. For some of you, this might reference the need to be doing something with, other than just spiritual perspective, but doing something in the physical with money or finances or investments, or how you are perceived by someone like a loans manager or a mortgage broker or your bank, for instance, because that's what the Hermit can also represent, big institutions. And given that it's in the reverse, it could be that for some of you, you are dealing with some of these issues around institutions. And I guess that doesn't have to just be things like a bank, but it can definitely do with religious things as well as government institutions as well. So there could be a need for balance in terms of why this Hermit came out reversed, and that might be why the Star is also here, giving you order or time to think about bringing back into balance something that might have been out of balance from a perspective, a desire, a feeling, or something that you have been working on but it wasn't coming to fruition, or there was a block around it or something. So it might be time to review a certain thing and come at it from a different direction. And I think that's what the Hermit might call to you about. Now, it may not be resolved exactly in July. This could go on for a little bit longer time frame. So hopefully I've covered off everything that I had said before the phone stopped with that phone call that came in. And as I say, I've had many disruptions while I've been doing your reading, and I do find that very, very unusual, to say the least. But let's see for Leo now what is in store for them. I'm not going to take all of those cards, but I will take this one. Now, I think that we may have had those upside down, but that hostilities card, I'm going to keep it up that way because it was the one card that I pulled out. So with the hostilities upside down, it may be that something is working out, or you are working through a hostility with a person that's been around you, and it could very well be an air sign person. It might be that the hostilities are moving away. There might have been a resolution, or it might have been decided that you want this person gone, or that they are now leaving or backing off. So let's see what else is here. The Temple Path, 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, and the Angel of Balance. So we've talked a little bit before about balance with the Star card, so we're getting another message from that. We also have the Moon in the background of this card, which I think is referring to perhaps the eclipses that we've just been through. So some of you may have felt out of balance with the eclipses around, and they may have made you a bit uneasy or made you think about certain aspects that you want change dealt to. And it doesn't surprise me that if there has been anything or anyone around you with some degree of hostility, then this is a good time to get this resolved and move it into a place that it doesn't have a hold on you or isn't powerful. And it could take some work, but I feel it is moving away because he's upside down, so he has less of a hold. It's as if you are able to push him into the background, or something has happened that he's backing off for some reason, which I feel gives you this feeling of strength coming in. Now the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel over here, this is the crown chakra. So this is ideas, it's dreamscapes, it's astral travel, it's cosmology coming in, and the ideas from the cosmic arena, which are vast. So it helps us to expand or understand things at a greater level. And this temple path is the doorway to opening more about the understanding of your ascension, or of your spiritual entity, or of who you are, or what this journey might be. And again, that kind of includes the Hermit up the right way and the Star as well. So there's a lot of talk in here about bringing balance or harmony into a spiritual aspect of your life and seeing it grow, or coming to a place of more light energy coming in. So if there has been a darkness around you, or you've felt flat, or you've felt stifled or stymied by something, I feel this is a month for you guys where you could activate a freedom or a light coming in. There's another angel. This is Raphael, and he's the heart angel. So there's definitely for some of you this propensity to heal the heart in this month as well, which could be a really powerful jump through some sort of karmic debris that may have been with you many lifetimes. You know, we look at all the heart energy cards you had with all the green, and there were a lot of them. So something is talking to you about your heart and heart trauma, or feeling unable to trust the love energy or to experience it. So call upon these beautiful angels that have come in for your reading. Uriel, the angel of balance, your star card, which has archangels, it has spirit guides, it has other angels in there as well, and this angel here, Raphael. You are being gifted a beautiful portal of light around you for protection, and there was also this offer of some sort of physical protection and love and nurture from people within your life, whether they're friends or family members or someone within a community as well. So one more in here for Leo, for them for July. There certainly feels a lot of power coming through the reading now, and it has really grown from when we were at the beginning with those interruptions. I have a feeling that the interruptions were almost as if the field around you was blocked, right? And it's like you hadn't been able to activate something, or you felt there wasn't support around you, or you couldn't access this spiritual or celestial realm properly. And that's what the interruptions were. It was like a pulsing on, off, on, off. But now we've got this freedom of them coming in. And look at this. Wow, you've now got Metatron in here as well. So many beautiful angels. And he's the angel of the white light protection. He also comes in through the third eye chakra. So lots of activation from the crown and the third eye coming in through here to really give you this light energy and balance and protection from that angelic realm. And then these two last cards, which everyone would love to see, Cornucopia and the Door to Value. Both of these offer you some sort of manifestation and harmony at which you can deploy that energy field into your month of July. But as I say, I feel it goes on further than that. Cornucopia is a gift of manifestation of all things, not just finances. It's the gift of harmony and balance in life. And the Door to Value could be some sort of offer coming your way that is to your betterment, or to help guide you or move you onto another step or ladder. And yes, it could be money. So it could be the offer with a job, or a job pay increment, or a new position within a company. It could be some other financial reward or money that turns up. Look, it might not be millions, but it could be a small inheritance or a small windfall. It could even be money that you had put somewhere that you've forgotten about, such as in investments or shares or jewellery or something along those lines. And right now I'm getting such a golden glow from the cards that are there, that we're getting a golden light glow coming in as well. And of course gold is often referred to as the money, the money glow. So just maybe one from this deck to finish your reading, because I think we've gone over time a little bit. But this is for Leo, using the chakra cards which are here. I'm shuffling them in the background. What is it you would like them to see, experience, ponder upon for this reading to finish it off? Emotions. Feelings, expression, moods and balance. So it is a good time for you guys to really think about your emotions, what has been going on. We've seen a little bit of that hostility in the background, whether that was your own hostility or whether it was others around you just seemingly not understanding who you are at the moment or what you want. Emotions also talk about balance, bringing in balance, being able to express yourself in a clear way. And you can do that through we had the Knight in the very beginning, he's over here, the Knight of Swords, through the act of communication, but also all this angelic support around you will help you to be able to speak your truth in a way that allows freedom from feeling tied up or unable to express yourself clearly. Just one more here for Leo. possessions, belongings, finances, assets and treasures. So with these two last cards from that chakra deck, we've ended up in the base chakra, which is the red, and in the in the sacral chakra, which is the emotions one. So we've come back down to the physicality of life, and it might be that that's where some of you have felt a degree of insecurity or a degree of being stifled or stymied or held back, and that these are areas of your body that you could deploy all of this beautiful energy from your helpers and supporters over here that will help free up maybe fear or lack or something that you've been worried about that has been impacting the heart energy possibly. So if the heart energy wasn't, for some of you, it wasn't about love trauma, it may have been about these two here, this more physical aspect of life and not feeling secure or not feeling that you are grounded enough. This is often about our homes, our soul tribe, our family, our jobs, our careers and our finances. And so the two of them might be combined and connected there. It feels to me as though this last part of the reading with these cards is talking at a different level or talking to you about a different message coming in. But if we see belongings, finance, assets and treasures, if you are wanting more of those things, then free up that base chakra energy and drop any fear off that might be associated with those aspects of life and focus on the positive manifestation abilities, which is really going back to the very beginning of the reading when we had those court cards come in, the youthful court cards about bringing new ideas or concepts or energy into this area of life so that you can project it out and allow the manifestation to occur. So there we are, Leo, a fairly intense reading for you guys. I trust that within it you will find some messages that are really supportive and work well for you. I think there was a lot going on in the background and some of those messages perhaps have not been fully relayed, but if you come back and listen to the reading a couple of times and just spend time looking at whichever part meant more to you and definitely utilize the beautiful array of angelic energy vibes that came through for you, which is truly beautiful, then whatever you want to utilize that for and in whatever direction, in whatever way, you can call upon them. So I wish you all the very best for July and moving into your birthday time zone and a new year for you coming up as such. And for whatever way this reading takes you, may you be gifted with the exceptional positive vibrations of all this high frequency angelic energy that's around. Much love everyone. Namaste.